Hello, can you hear us? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
He's coming.
You can hear us, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to go back.
Hello.
Okay?
Hello.
Yeah, we're going to continue with the slides. Yeah.
Pratik, hold on for a second.
Yeah.
I think today, unfortunately, we are having this problem of the bandwidth. Raj, can we do only audio for some time?
But you need the slides, no?
Because now the concept is
No,
clear,
please.
why not we go back to the slide and the slide where we want you to start the only audio
Okay.
part of it. So
Okay,
that
we'll just do, okay. We'll do slides. If there's a problem, then we switch. What you may want to do is mute your audio.
Raj,
Audio. It's okay. We'll shut off video from the page. He has to shut off his video.
hello, Raj.
Yes.
No, I think can we? One option is can we do only audio for some time?
Okay, we'll just do audio, and then if you
And then
want,
we move.
okay, fine. I'm just going to switch to audio only.
Yeah, just switch to audio for some time.
Okay, you do the same. Yeah.
If you are connected to default network, then it's यहाँ पे network पूरा बंद करो भाई. The WhatsApp and all this.
Yeah.
Everybody will face a problem.
Yeah, default network if you are using, please switch it off. Lab network if you are using it, please switch it off.
So actually, if you are using only audio, so you can get the mail of the PDF.
Yeah.
Something that will do. But let's do only audio stuff.
He has.
Okay, we're just doing audio right now.
Yeah, ठीक है.
Okay. What was the slide where we stopped?
Yeah,
What's the last thing I have to do?
the slide at which you went off was that now the orders are in place, but now the problem of the distribution, getting these orders fulfilled. That was the
That is-
point.
Yeah, the distribution of orders.
Yes.
Okay, so I went. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
The video is.
Nice.
Okay, they are. Okay, so can I continue now? Hello.
Yes. Yeah, get started. Pratik.
Yeah. So I didn't have a logistics team in place. So what I did was I took my my helper and I went. We swapped. We changed buses, trains, and taxis and delivered each and every product by ourselves to each and every single customer. It's a lot of hard work, but this is actually what you learn when you do business. Like you never, if you are a CEO sitting in an AC cabin, you would never come to know what the real customer feedback actually is. So because we were just a startup, we actually did everything ourselves. And the moment you see the smile on the face of the customer when he or she receives your product, that is like the best feeling ever. Also, after that, people started liking and sharing pictures of them on Facebook, and it was all my stock got sold out, say around the 15th of July. But the problem after that was that although I'd validated my business idea and the people really loved my product, it was something new, but I hadn't made enough money. I hardly made a few thousand rupees, like what my other friends had earned in a month or two in their comfortable desk jobs. I earned through struggling, hustling, and giving it all I had for half a year with no guarantee for success. So what now was the next question. It was August and people around me were like, okay, so तेरा umbrella का खत्म हो गया, अभी क्या कर रहा है? And I myself didn't know. Some people were like, oh, your time pass project is over. Are you finding a job now? Was this a good experience? Like, I really didn't know what to do ahead. And I figured out that last year I didn't have enough time. This year I have enough time for planning. My idea is validated. I wanted the people of India to love what the people of Bombay did. So this year I decided that okay, I sold 1,000 umbrellas now. My goal will be to sell 10,000 umbrellas next year. How it will be done, I don't know. I'll figure it out during the year. But my ultimate aim is to sell 10,000. So I had to form a company for that. I couldn't deliver all the 10,000 umbrellas myself. I had to get into contracts with logistics companies. I had to list my products on marketplaces like Flipkart, Amazon, and Snapdeal. All of them were really growing at that point of time. And the thing about e-commerce is that although it's really good and it's really happy and fun from the outside, from the inside, it's really taxing. Even if you are not related to data or software, it's all you need to get your products visible on the websites. So I did a lot of research on how to get my products visible on the website. How should I make a customer not buy a black umbrella but believe in buying a designed cheeky chunk umbrella? How will I get promotions from the side of the marketplaces? So I did all my background, I did all my research, and this was the time to just give it my all. So the first thing is the product, obviously. So based on the customer feedback, I improved my designs. I made newer designs. People wanted threefold, preferred having threefold short umbrellas more than the long ones. So I made the short umbrellas, and I forecasted the demand. Like, will India like what Bombay did was my main thing. So for Bombay, I made only vada pav. For India, I made something like it happens only in India, or something like a moustache, or something like a music doodle, which is popular throughout the country. So I made my products based on the forecasted demand, and I got new channels of sales through e-commerce. I got more the retail shops coming in because after seeing the success in other shops, even they wanted their shop to have my product. And I spoke to a few employees. I got a couple of interns because I knew it wouldn't be possible for me alone to handle it like last year. But again, there were a lot of problems. Again, there were a lot of uncertainties. Will the umbrellas be produced on time? Will the quality be as expected? What if someone else starts the same thing and I have a competitor? How will the working capital be arranged? How will I get orders? What will happen if I make 10,000 and only 3,000 are sold? So there were a lot of hiccups and there were a lot of tensions. But as I learned last year, that even if things happen for the bad, ultimately the end result is always good. So I went to a few companies, e-commerce companies and grocery companies, because even grocery companies keep a lot of umbrellas in stock. So there was one such company, and that company, I met the procurement head of that company. He was a really good man, and he told me that, Pratik, I really love your idea, I love your designs, and I'm going to give you an order for 5,000 umbrellas. So it was the happiest day of my life. That company had taken, say, 100 umbrellas from me last year, but now they had received like hundreds of crores of funding and expanded all over the country. So this looked really real. So I was really happy. I thought, okay, 5,000 I'll easily be able to sell because 5,000 only this one is taking. So people are like, what did you earn in working for 6 months? So you can't quantify your monthly earnings in entrepreneurship. It's like, if I hadn't done what I did last year, this wouldn't have happened. So I did the operational planning, I did the marketing planning. Although 5,000 were already gone, I still had to do a lot of planning for the 5,000. How will each and every piece be packed and dispatched? How many pieces will I pre-pack? How will I check the quality? Who will do the photography? How will the accounting be done? But most importantly, how will India come to know about Cheeky Chunk? So I focused a lot on marketing my products. I focused a lot on good photography, on social media, on having Flipkart, Amazon, and Snapdeal, on studying the websites and studying what other entrepreneurs in other fields have, how have they succeeded selling their products on these websites. And I took a few learnings from them. And I focused on my branding strategy, because ultimately you have Facebook, which is like the biggest social media. It's free of cost and it connects you to millions of people. So how do I make engaging content? So I found this, I read about this theory called the purple cow. It basically means that if you are walking in a field and you see 100 black cows, you won't gaze at them. But in between those 100 black cows, you see a cow who is purple in color. You'll stop your car. You'll see how is it really a cow or is it someone else? You'll take a selfie with a cow and you'll share about the cow to everyone you know. Similarly, we wanted to be the purple cow in terms of umbrellas. When you see 10 people carrying boring black umbrellas, I wanted everyone to notice the 11th person who's carrying a designed cheeky chunk umbrella. So that's how my branding and positioning was done. That if Apple talks about changing the world, if Nike talks about honoring athletes, I wanted Cheeky Chang to give out the message of be different, be unique, and stand out. Don't be another brick in the wall. So on the 30th of May, the game was on, and my umbrellas got listed on the marketplaces. I was really tensed because I had potentially 5,000 unsold umbrellas. And I didn't know who would come. I just heard about these websites, but I didn't know how will the customers come and will they actually place orders, and will someone actually pay money to buy an umbrella without even seeing it. So although you've heard a lot, but when you actually do it, you get these thoughts. So what I did was I asked my uncle to kindly make a purchase from Amazon so that at least there is one sale, so that I'm not disappointed. And he willingly obliged, and that's how it all started. But in the meanwhile, if you remember, I spoke about the company who gave 5,000 umbrellas, the order for that. So what happened is that the procurement head of that company was transferred. He left his job, and the new head was like, oh, we don't want to invest so much in umbrellas. If you want, you can keep them on our website and we give orders as you like. But we can't, even though they had confirmed the order on mail and everything was set out, they were like, sorry, we won't buy it, do what you want. And this was like the biggest heartbreak I ever faced. Forget about making money. My goal was to get everything sold out, at least recover what I had put in. And these are the things that are not in your control in life. So instead of moaning about the bad sales or the bad experiences, you have to think ahead and think about, okay, take it as a challenge and see that, okay, this is not done. Well, how else can what other channels of sale, what other strategies can I implement to sell the remaining stock? And the orders started coming. Obviously, the response was much greater due to the better quality and better umbrellas, better designs that were made. And I was basically a Ravan, I had 10 heads, like one head for order processing, one for social media, one for checking the quality, one for planning the dispatch, one for visiting stores, one for checking invoices. Everything was done by me, and it was a really taxing experience. But people really, the moment when someone praised you, or the moment when someone from Varanasi, someone from Udaipur, someone from Meghalaya, when you get orders from such places, you feel everything's really worth it. And people used to buy from villages like Lakshmangarh and in Rajasthan, or the places I have not even heard of. And they used to send me pictures saying that, okay, I gifted this to my wife and she really loved it. Thanks a lot. So these are the moments you live for. So although it was a good experience, I was feeling like last year again that, okay, I have made a lot of progress. I've sold a few thousand umbrellas, but I've not made any money yet. So is it that I won't ever make money? So then I experimented with going to a few malls and seeing how the response offline is. And I got really irritated because people kept checking the umbrellas. Anyone would pull anything out. People would ask stupid questions. They would bargain. and after 2 days, what I sold in the mall was equal to what I sold in half a day online. So I'm like, forget this. I'm only doing online, and whoever wants to buy in wholesale. And I was the 2 days I went to the mall, I couldn't fulfill any online orders. So on Monday, I had a huge backlog of hundreds of orders. But as you all might know, Bombay monsoons have a tendency to really get ugly. So on Monday, I was so frustrated because it was raining so heavily. All the roads were crowded. The trains were not working. You don't have any employees coming in. And I was just irritated. So I just went out. I just walked in the rains. I was just thinking, why is this happening to me? And that was the time when maybe it was something you can't explain in words. It was something surreal, something faith strengthening. The moment I left out at 2 p.m., I had say 20 unfulfilled orders, and when I came back at 4:45 p.m., I had 300 unfulfilled orders. I had never got so many orders from a single website on a single day. So it was really different. And I know there was another channel of sale that I didn't even know of that existed, that happened right now. People from small towns do not have facilities or do not have enough distributors to distribute products. So what they do, they order in bulk from the marketplaces and sell it at local markets. So I got 20, 40, 50 bulk orders from Amazon, and the sales really started booming all of a sudden. And then I met a pretty actress and I showed her the pictures. So she had more than 1 million followers on Instagram and Facebook. She posted her photos and videos along with it, and her fans again started buying my product. And once celebrities endorse your product or think about it, the media comes to know about it. So I was the umbrella was on a TV show on Star News for half an hour. It got covered by Midday and HT in spite of me not asking them to. Like when I was asking them before the celebrity did it, they didn't reply. And after they did it, without even knowing who I am, they started printing about it. So the sales really started booming. And I, in BJP's language, "Achhe din aa gaye." So the umbrellas were on the first pages of Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal. And but more than anything else, one thing was proved, that what people like, my main goal was to make holding an umbrella a fashion statement. So if I started seeing people carrying my umbrellas on the road, like strangers just walking in the rains with my umbrellas. I got friends who saw it and they used to click pictures like, hey, I met this girl and she was holding her umbrella. So these are the things money can't buy. You can't focus on making money thinking, okay, 100 rupees mein leke 200 mein bechega. You need to have broader goals and a broader vision in order to create something of value. And there's this portal called Your Story, which is the #1 portal for startups and entrepreneurship in India. Many of you might know about it. It just got a funding from Ratan Tata, Vani Kola, and a lot of other reputed venture capitalists. So this portal came to know about me, and they thought this is some content that might be motivational for their readers. So they asked me about it, and the story came in Your Story, and it was one of those viral articles which got say 10-20,000 shares, and the sales, it was like the final nail in the coffin, and almost all my products were sold out. So thinking in hindsight, if I would have got the order for 5,000 umbrellas was not cancelled, if I would not have been heartbroken, maybe I wouldn't have focused on working hard enough, and maybe I wouldn't have got maybe I wouldn't have sold those remaining 5,000. Who knows? So it's like you face a lot of problems, but it's how you deal with them that ultimately makes or breaks you. So now, what ahead is the next question, because you should never feel settled in, because if you settle in, you never grow. So right now I'm thinking about, okay, how can so I'm just nothing right now. If people are like that crores of umbrellas sold in India every year, I don't even have 1% of it. So the plan is to make a larger volume of people know about Cheeky Chunk. The plan is to maybe go global, because I got a lot of orders and inquiries from places like London, Australia, California, even Macau. So I have to research on that, and I have to create the recall value, because an umbrella is something that people use buy once in 2 or 3 years, but we have to do it in a way that now a person buys a new one every year. So basically, that's my story. And within 18 months from where you are sitting right now to where I am sitting right now, this is what has happened. And there are 5 important lessons I learned that I'd like to share with you. The first thing is that try to do something that's not done before. Think of something that's unique and that's missing in your life, and validate it, because there I've seen a lot of people who do something things that are not done before. But as I told you, that if there's something that's not done before, there's a reason behind it. So validating your idea is really important without looking whether you earn much or no. Don't lose any money, but just try to do something unique. I kind of don't like copycat businesses, but although a lot of them are successful, I always prefer doing like just for the thrill, or just for the having the kick of not of doing something that's not done before. The other, as I told you, is that play around with the media, be persistent, sell them stories. The media in this day and age, especially with electronic media coming in, it's really beneficial to all of us. Like after the article came on your story, some local distributors in Tamil Nadu, Kolkata, all of them were like, I didn't even know these people could read such a portal. But they are like, okay, we would like to have exclusive distributorship to all the stores in Kolkata. So basically what I did in Bombay, carrying each and every piece, they are ready to do it for me in all cities of Bombay for next year. So you just need to sell your stories. You'll have a lot of unprecedented channels of sales, but just sell your story of what your company is doing to all media. Like if you tell me what I did, I'm like, I'm a 23-year-old who makes umbrellas, but the same story I can position that story in 5 different ways. Like how a student didn't follow the herd and tried to carve out his niche, how the younger generation is keen to disrupt the traditional generation, how innovative and never seen before products are now available through e-commerce, how to exploit the scale of e-commerce and earn money through marketplaces, how to turn something that was once a utility into a fashion statement. So if you think about it, there's just one line, a boy making umbrellas. But if you think in the broader prospect, I just gave you 5 stories that could be made, that could be out in the market. The next thing is to persevere. You will face a lot of roadblocks, and like Steve Jobs has said, that what separates half the successful entrepreneurs to non-successful ones is pure perseverance. You know, there's everyone will fail in their ventures. It's not possible to live without failing. So instead of mourning over your previous failed sale, it's better if you think about the next sale. Like, you know, in college, you might use this, there's this saying called Aaj Pooja, Kal Koi Duja. So if you don't like one girl, you go to get some other girl. So similarly, if you don't if one person doesn't like your product, you go and you go and try to impress some other potential customer to get your product. The fourth one is like the very important one, which is that competition is killed by sweating out on the field. Like differentiation from the market comes from getting hit. The more setbacks you face, the lesser your competition. Like when you are making a company, it's like climbing a hill. Like hundreds of people want to climb the same hill as you, but a lot of them tire out, a lot of them fall down, a lot of them quit. And I got a lot of messages from people saying that, you know, I thought about your idea. A guy from Nagpur, a guy from Bhopal, a guy from Ahmedabad, all of them messaged me. And I didn't even know, like, I thought I was the pioneer, but it's really not that. But the only thing is, all of them got lazy, and all of them dropped out of doing it because it was very difficult. All of them couldn't find the right people, or all of them didn't work hard enough to find the right people. And all of them, after reading my story, all of them were like disappointed and they regretted it. So maybe the company that you all are making, someone else has already thought of it. But if you don't go out and do it, maybe someone else will do it, and then you will regret, say, this is what we thought of in our entrepreneurship class, but we didn't do it, and now this guy is doing it and he's making crores of rupees. So just going out and doing it is more important than just having a great idea. And ultimately, the last one is that those who judge you don't pay your bills, so let them be. Like, there'll be lots of people who are not interested in your idea. There'll be lots of people who judge you, saying to you earning, like, I'm earning so much, you're earning so much. There'll be people who say, like, I don't like it, how can you earn a living? Like there were a lot of people who ridiculed my idea, saying, telling me, "Tu to chhatri wala hai, tu kya karega," and all of that. But now all of them ultimately come to me, and now they ask me for the tips on, "Acha, how do I do well on e-commerce?" So you just need to ignore the naysayers and don't think about people who don't believe in you, because ultimately you have taken this birth to fulfill what your swadharma is, what your intellect is, what you want to do. So if you feel really passionate about doing whatever it is, just go for it without bothering about what others think of it. So I'd like to just wind it up talking about the most important quote that I actually made, and I really learned a lot from it. It's like this basically sums up my experience. It's entrepreneurship makes you tired, but there's a lot of good waiting on the other side of tired. Get yourself tired. That's where you'll meet yourself, on the other side of tired. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Any questions?
Yeah.
Just come up to the front and ask, because we can see you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and ask. Yeah.
Hi, Pradeep. This is Ali. So that was a really interesting presentation. Can I know more about your team? Your team and all.
You would like to know about my
Are
team?
you the only one who is doing?
Can you repeat the question again, please?
I want to know about the team of Pradeep. Is he the only
Okay,
one?
so when I started out last year, it was just me and one pune, and it was just because it was a smaller quantity and couldn't afford overheads. So it was just us doing everything. He used to help me in checking the quality, delivering, and I used to do everything in terms of making the product and selling. But when I like scaled this year, I had one accountant. I had, instead of one, I had two punes. I had a couple of interns who are MBA students, and it was me. So I kind of although it was really hectic for me, and we were a small team, but I think it's better to keep to have 10 passionate people rather than 20 people who do their jobs for the sake of it. And obviously money matters, because interns don't charge as much, and an accountant is obviously necessary for the legal implications, so you have that. And for the couple of punes who are like, they're not actually punes, I don't like that word. They actually help doing everything. And obviously interns for photography, for social media, and just to share the load with. So it was not like the interns were just given Xerox machines. They were actually coming with me to the meetings, and they are more like co-founders than the interns. So yeah, that was it.
I think I have one more question, sir.
Sure,
Have
sure.
you ever thought of making the umbrella? Like, I think you are mostly into designing it. So have you ever thought of producing the umbrella, or are you just
No,
designing?
can you? I didn't get your question. Have I thought about making umbrellas in what way?
Manufacturing the umbrella?
No, I don't manufacture. Like for I'm doing part, like for the second year. I didn't talk about it. I missed that out. I don't manufacture. I didn't outsource the manufacturing. What I did was that after the knowledge I got last year, like I bought the frames from a few people, from the suppliers of frames. I got the numbers of the printers. I got the numbers of the contractors. So I just assembled the raw material, and and for the labor job I outsourced it. So that's how I did it. And it does it. If you want to make like say lakhs of umbrellas, then manufacturing works out. But for a few thousands, it's a really small quantity if you want to make a factory of it. But this is the closest you can get to making your own product. So this is what I chose. Thank you.
Hello Pratik, my name is Shaishav. English speaking.
Hi.
Just raise your hand.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, sure, tell me.
Acha, out of desperation, make some region-specific designs. Or have you heard about Alma Mater, the T-shirt company?
Yes, I've heard about it.
Yeah. So did you make some designs just for a school or just for your college or just for anything like that?
See, no, I didn't. No. That was not. See, what you're talking about is corporate and merchandising umbrellas. Which say if a company like Standard Chartered wants umbrellas, then they like to make it for them. Or if your VNIT Nagpur wants their umbrellas. But see, the thing is that corporate umbrellas are already there, and the amount you are willing to pay for them is very less compared to what you would pay for a designed umbrella. So like I told you, you have one goal and you just do everything towards that goal. My goal was to make holding an umbrella a fashion statement. So I can't do someone else's branding to make it a fashion statement. I just want, if you carry my umbrella, you should be like feeling superior to the crowd. So that is what we are focusing on. We're not like, because we have decent margins without which you can't operate. If you do the kind of stuff you're talking about, the margins will really go away, and you might lose money instead of making money. So I actually just ventured into selling these designed umbrellas instead of bulk orders.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Sorry, I had one more question. Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Tell me, what are your ranges of umbrellas and your costs and all?
Yeah, you can follow me. Like, I'll share my website and my Facebook profile link with you all through Raj sir, and you all can check everything out online. The ranges are between 500 to 700, and it's decent, and you might feel a slight tingle in your pocket while spending so much on an umbrella. But when you see the quality and the design, hopefully you won't think about it. Because the normal ones are sold for 300 or 400. So if you want to stand out, you have to pay an extra premium for it. Basically, that's the idea.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can ask other questions from your places itself. I can hear you through the mic.
Yeah. Sir, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
I don't really think it's possible for one particular person to embody all the good qualities of an entrepreneur, at least at our stage right now. But
I'm sorry, can you please repeat your question and be a bit loud if possible?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's perfect.
Hello?
Yes.
Really good, yeah. At this stage, at our age, it might not be feasible for one person to embody all the good qualities of an entrepreneur. We could definitely develop it over time. So right now, one person may not have all the qualities.
So right now?
Since you're working as a team, that's just one way to work around that. So because we're all working together. So where one person lacks, the other person would probably have quality in background. So what the team should be? What is it to be successful?
Yeah, we are having.
Or what should be the dynamic between the various team members?
Yeah, there's lots of difficulty understanding you. You might want to come closer to the mic. You might want to come closer to the camera.
Maybe just ask me on the phone and
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
They're getting messages.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was just wondering, at the stage that we are in right now, it might not be possible for one person to embody all the good qualities of an entrepreneur, like communication skills, people skills, getting community details. Right. So we're just wondering, as a team, what are the qualities that we should emulate? So where one person lacks, probably another person could make up for it. So what
Yes,
is the
that's right.
dynamic of the team members, or rather, how do you pick your?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. See, having co-founders has its perks. Like you said, like I sometimes miss a co-founder because it really takes a toll if you do everything by yourself. So having a co-founder really works, but then if you all complement your skills, that's like then it's worth it. And regarding the qualities, there's no real quality that you require. You just see, like when I told you what qualities I have, I just have one quality, that is perseverance. That's the main thing. If you just want something, you'll set out and do it. There are no excuses, or there's nothing like, I didn't know anything. I craved technology. I hate the back end of Flipkart, Amazon. It's really boring. But that's necessary. Sometimes you have to do what is necessary for you to succeed. So just take one step at a time. That's the main thing. Be detached to your outcome, and just focus on making your product available to your consumers. That's the only quality that's required. And co-founders are really important. I totally agree on what you said. If they complement your skills enough, because say if I'm good in marketing and my co-founder is good in production, then he can handle that headache. But you have an option to go with freelancers or co-founders, and you can just make a choice depending on what product your company is making. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any other questions?
I think the video has frozen.
Hello, Pratik. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a general question to ask you.
Yeah.
When you started your umbrella business, you didn't make money out of it, right? So, how did you manage your day-to-day survival?
Day-to-day?
Survival.
You're talking about the working capital.
Uh,
Overheads.
Not exactly working capital. Where did you get money for your day-to-day survival? That's all. Where
Oh,
did you
okay.
get money
Yeah,
from?
see, that's why I didn't see in the first year I made say around 40,000-50,000 rupees, which was profitable after the deduction of salaries, and I just had one peon who took say 6,000 rupees for a month, so it was pretty much sorted at that time. And for the next year, I really needed a lot of capital to make so many umbrellas. So what I did was I took a working capital. I gave the whatever I had earned through the last year to my suppliers, and convinced them to give me a credit period, because when you usually buy in bulk, you have a credit period in place. So you give a token amount, and after I took around a couple of months of credit period. So by the time the credit period was ended, like I already had made my money. So that's how I fulfilled the on working capital expenses. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
You answered me from business perspective, right? I wanted to know the answer from personal point of view. Like, how did you get my question now? Not
How,
from business.
how do I?
Uh, where did you get your money to make your food and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's what I told you. For my working capital, right? Living expenses. Living expenses.
Hello?
So you're talking about living expenses.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I stay with my parents, so I was lucky enough to have the food to have the food they served me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, hi.
This is Anmol. I just wanted to know why did you never approach any investors? Why did you never approach any VCs or any investors?
Yeah, about venture capitalists. You're talking about why didn't I approach any VCs?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is, VCs are more interested in a technology-based model rather than an inventory-based models. So the VC, so there's basically no point in contacting VCs because almost all the VCs right now do not invest in models that are inventory-based because of the risk factors. They're looking to the VCs generally look for growth companies. Even VCs look for companies that make losses but shoot up the valuation so that they can at a good valuation they can get out of the company. So VCs are good if you have a good app or a good service that's global possibly, or that something a lot of users around the country can use. But for an inventory based model, it's not feasible for a VC to invest a few $1,000 or something, because if they invest, they want to get big. They want like a 1,000 crore, 2,000 crore valuation. So basically, that's why I had to make a lifestyle company rather than a company focusing on growth.
When you started this company, did you know this company?
Did I know?
Did you know all this when you started the company?
Did I know about what?
About the VCs, about all the
Yeah. You read news. You should read newspapers like Economic Times, Mint, and Finance Express. You obviously come to know about it.
So you never even tried going to a VC?
No, a few VCs actually. I didn't approach the VCs, but a few of them approached me after my article was out this year. But again, it was the same story. Like if they're like, if you maybe get 10, 20 products, then we can probably think of investing. But VCs do not invest in inventory-based models. It's not possible. Like unless it's something that's, I don't know, something that's based out of technology or something that's a service. Like VCs are mainly not interested basically in inventory-based. Okay, any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Great presentation. Let me see if I can turn on the video now.
Yeah, you're there. We can see you.
There. Okay, great, awesome. Okay, so I think it's a pretty phenomenal example of long tail marketing. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
And it leverages the e-commerce platforms, because without the e-commerce platform, very hard for long tail entrepreneur to get going. And okay, so I think the main lesson that we want to take away from this particular class and then from this particular case study is for you to now look at your respective entrepreneurial company BMCs, and then figure out which category they fall into, and then figure out how you are going to implement the success factors for those categories. So for long tail marketing, clearly the challenges are, how do you get awareness for your product when it is one of a million products out there? How do you get the pull going for your particular product? So you can see that long tail marketing, you saw from Pratik's case, what were the challenges for getting awareness as well as getting the pull going. And you saw specific examples of what he did in terms of doing it. I think very, very important to understand that for the Uber thing and for category 1, the challenge is going to be how do you figure out what the localization needs are going to be, and then how you're going to be innovative about implementing them, and then also what are going to be the government regulations and idiosyncrasies of India that you'll have to handle. So for example, Uber, if you think about it, if Uber, if there's a strike or a morcha against Uber, essentially, and people start breaking up, and if Uber had invested in the cars, etc., as physical inventory, first of all, the Uber employees would have been beaten up. And the second thing is that whatever assets that they had would have been broken by basically, the striking taxiwalas and all that. But on the other hand, what Uber did was it forced all the car drivers, Uber drivers, to purchase their cars, and then all Uber provided was the app. So now, and they're nowhere, anywhere visible as a company to the taxiwalas. Actually, their company, the Uber company office, is sitting in one very remote place in Mumbai. So taxiwalas don't even know where the Uber office is, and they don't know what the assets of that company are. And essentially, if they break a driver's car, they are hurting. They're not hurting Uber in terms of physical assets or anything like that. And Uber says, look, it tells the government that you should protect your own people, because these people are poor people who have borrowed money from their relatives and so on, or from State Bank of India to buy their car, and now you're destroying their livelihood. So you can see that Uber went ahead and took the issues that they would have faced entering a poor country like India with the service, and they're not even affected by all the traditional response to how people try to fight competition in a traditional economy. So you can see that it's very important to understand how, whenever you come up with a business, there will be competition and reactions from the competition. And in a old traditional economy like India, they might be pretty unpleasant in terms of the reactions, but you have to, if you're going to build your company, you have to know how to tackle it. So go ahead and evaluate your companies into any of the 4 categories, and then figure out what your key success factors are for succeeding in that particular category that your company is in. Okay, is that understood? Okay. Okay, that's it for today's class. Any other questions? By the way, I have gone ahead and moved the homework date by 1 more week, because some people had not, lots of people had not uploaded the homework. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Yeah, can you hear me, guys? I've shut off the video.
Yeah.
What's the issue?
Okay, I've shut off the video. So the question is, does anybody, I've changed the homework submission date by another few days to next week. So next Saturday or Friday. So yes.
Are you able to hear us?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, the students are saying that they are not able to upload the presentation because of
Yeah, so I think I've fixed everything, but can somebody try it out and confirm that you're still having a problem?
one of the students is saying that she tried yesterday, but she couldn't do it.
Really? Okay. Okay, let me contact Edcast and then I'll get back to you in a few days. Okay? By Monday or Tuesday. Okay, we'll handle that then tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow we are going to be meeting at 10 o'clock, Raj.
10 o'clock tomorrow? Okay, wonderful. Okay, great. Sounds good. And we'll talk to all of you tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.